Hi, boys and girls. I'm here to do our Scholastic News with you today. I'm so excited. So please find the Scholastic News that is titled The Coolest Bears, and then also grab your highlighter. Okay, let's get into our read aloud.
The coolest bears. Polar bears live in the ice and snow. But that isn't the only reason they are cool.
Okay, so it says, as we read, think about ways polar bears stay warm. So let's think while we're reading, how are ways that polar bears stay warm?
5 reasons to love polar bears. As you read, think about ways polar bears stay warm. 1. They have amazing bodies. Polar bears' bodies keep them warm. They have fat under their skin. It is like a warm winter coat. Polar bears have thick fur, too. They even have fur between their toes. That keeps their paws from freezing on the ice. Furry toes! 2. They are great swimmers. Polar bears live near icy water. They plunge into the water. They use their big paws to paddle. They can swim for days. Their fur is waterproof. It keeps out water. Polar bears don't get too wet or too cold.
Okay, boys and girls, so let's get our highlighter out and let's highlight the word plunge to begin. So to plunge means kind of to dive into the water, to plunge forward. So they plunge into the water. That's what polar bears do. Into the water, they plunge. Okay. So then our second word we need to highlight is waterproof. So for their fur is waterproof, which means it keeps out water. Waterproof. And then remember, if I'm going too fast for you, just push pause and then push play when you're ready to move on.
3. They dig cool dens. Polar bears dig dens in the snow. A den is a cozy cave. Polar bear moms have babies in the den. The babies are called cubs. They all cuddle up to stay warm.
Awesome. So there is another word we need to highlight, dens. So let's highlight the word dens together. So a den is a cozy cave. Den. Polar bears dig dens. Awesome.
4. They are good moms. In spring, polar bear moms dig out of the den. The cubs come too. The cubs follow their mom. She teaches them to swim and to hunt for seals. 5. They dance. Well, not really. These pictures show a polar bear trying to stand up. The bear looks like it is dancing. Could you dance like a polar bear?
Oh man, okay, that's awesome. So I want to highlight something with you all today about our question, which was think about ways polar bears stay warm. So I want you to think about what we read and if you have an idea about how polar bears stay warm. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this section right here. So it says that polar bears' bodies keep them warm. They have fat under their skin. It is like a warm winter coat. So the fat under their skin helps keep them warm. Let's highlight that together. So let's highlight this sentence, starting at they and ending at coat. So let's highlight this sentence. That's something we learned. Good job. Okay. Again, remember you can pause if I'm going too fast. Okay, let's do our dance break.
Dance break!
Move like a polar bear. Walk like a big bear. Now leap, leap, leap. Swim in the sea. Bye Bye-bye, Big Bear.
Freeze! Now take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And let it out. 3, 2, 1. Now melt to the ground.
So much fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, get ready. Okay, I always forget that there's no sound for this page. Okay, so let's look closely at this picture. Think in your head, what's something that you notice about this picture, about this illustration? So it says, the cubs are born in the den. They stay close to their mom. So here's the cubs close to their mom. Here's snow all around the cubs and the mom. It says, when the cubs get older, they will come out of the den. Okay, so our first question, my friend, says, cubs are born in the den? Are cubs born in the water? Are cubs born outside the den? What do you remember me reading that told us about where cubs are born? You're right. Cubs are born in the den. And look, we can go back to our text to find that evidence. Text evidence. So the cubs are born in the den. Let's circle that one in right there. Great. Number 2. The cubs stay blank their mom. The cubs stay far from their mom. The cubs stay close to their mom. Or do the cubs stay away from their mom? Let's go back to our text. I see right here it says they stay close to their mom. So that would make sense that it would be the cubs stay close to their mom. Would you agree? Awesome. Let's fill in this bubble right here. Number 3. The den has many rooms. Does the den have tunnels? Or does the den have one room? Let's look at our picture. Do you see many different dens, many different rooms around this area? We only see one, right? So it couldn't be many rooms. A den doesn't have many rooms. What about the den has tunnels? So this kind of might look like a tunnel, but it didn't really tell us about tunnels. So I'm wondering. The den has one room. Okay, so in this picture right here in particular, do you see that the den has one room? You're right. The cubs stay close to their mother in this one room. So let's circle in this one right here that says the den has one room. Okay, let's do our bonus question together. It says, what do polar bear cubs do when they come out of the den? It says, look at pages 2 and 3. So what do polar bear cubs do when they come out of the den? Well, let's go back to page 2 and 3.
5 reasons
Sorry, friends. Okay. So what do the polar bear cubs do when they come out of the den? So it's talking about how they're great swimmers, how polar bears are great swimmers. And then in here they say they dig cool dens. So they all cuddle up in a den to stay warm. And then it says they are good moms. It says in spring, polar bear moms dig out of the den. Okay, so we hear that they're coming out of the den, right? And that's a part of our question. The cubs came out too. Okay, so the cubs are coming out of the den too. The cubs follow their mom, and she teaches them to swim and to hunt for seals. Okay, so when they come out of the den, they their mother polar bear is teaching them to swim and to hunt for seals. And seals are probably what they eat as their food. Oh my gosh, look at this silly picture. It says they dance. Well, not really. They don't really dance, but they stand up and they kind of look like they're dancing. So maybe they'll practice standing up too when they're out of the den. So that for sure answered our questions. What do they do when they come out? What do the polar bear cubs do when they come out of the den? Well, we figured out that they learn to swim and to hunt, and sometimes they might even stand up and look like they're dancing. All right, boys and girls, let's go back to our first page. Let's watch our video.
They swim. They slide. They run. They roll. Roly-poly polar bears. Polar bears live near the North Pole. It's icy, snowy, and terribly cold there. It's hard to survive in this extreme home. So how do polar bears do it? First, a polar bear has 2 layers of fur. The bottom layer is called the underfur. The top layer is called the guard hairs. These 2 layers give extra protection in chilly weather. It's like the polar bear is wearing 2 sweaters. Polar bears have a thick layer of blubber too. Blubber is the fat under an animal's skin. It helps keep the warmth in and the cold out. Look at all that ice. If you've ever tried to walk on ice, you know how slippery it is. But for polar bears, ice is nice. They can walk and even run on it. How? Tiny bumps on the bottom of their paws grip the ice. They help keep the bears from slipping. Their sharp claws dig into the ice to keep them extra steady. Those paws help polar bears survive in another way too. A freezing cold ocean is a big part of their home. Those gigantic, furry paws act like powerful paddles. The bears paddle their way through the water. They often have to swim for many miles through the ocean. Whether in water or on land, these bears are always searching for seals to eat. But hunting is not so easy in this land of ice and snow. The bears have to be sneaky. Their white fur is camouflage. Camouflage is a pattern or color that helps an animal look like the things around it. The seals might not even see the bears coming in the white snow. Polar bears surprise seals in another way. Seals swim under the ice, but they come up through holes to breathe. So polar bears wait patiently by these holes. They sometimes wait for hours or even days, looking and listening for a seal. They smell the seals too. Even when a seal is miles away, a bear can smell it. So when a seal is near the hole, the bear is ready. The seal pops its head up, and the bear grabs it with sharp, curved claws. This is sad for the seal. But the polar bear must eat to live. And what about polar babies? How do tiny bear cubs survive when they are young and helpless? Their mom takes care of them. From the time the cubs are born, they hardly leave their mother's side. After a couple of years, they'll be as big as mom and can live on their own. But until then, the family sticks together and enjoys cuddle time. Life is really hard up near the North Pole. With so much ice and snow, it's amazing that anything can survive. But these roly-poly polar bears are right at home.
Awesome. I loved that video. I hope you did as well. Okay, so we've already done a really fun dance break, so let's get into our vocabulary, boys and girls. Well, not what I was trying to do. There we go.
Plunge. To jump or dive into the water.
Have you ever jumped or dived into the water? I have. I've plunged into the water before.
Waterproof. When something is waterproof, it keeps water out. This child is wearing a waterproof raincoat.
I bet a lot of you friends wear raincoats and use umbrellas because here in Washington we have a lot of rain. It's currently raining outside too.
Dens. Dens are homes to some wild animals. They can be in caves, under fallen trees, or underground. Bears sleep in dens.
Bears sleep in dens. We saw the polar bears were in the dens too. Awesome. Okay, fingers crossed that the game works. Let's see. We'll give it a shot, boys and girls. Oh, man. It worked! Yay! I'm so excited because last time it didn't work, but that was okay. We have a chance to play today. Okay. Arctic animal concentration. Which animals live in the Arctic? Click on the cards to make a match. We're going to play the match game. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Arctic animal concentration. Which animals live in the Arctic? Click the cards to make a match.
Okay, what one should I choose? We'll go with this one first. Okay, I have to pick another one. Oh, a seal and an Arctic fox. Okay. Ooh, it's like a reindeer. Oh, polar bear. Okay. I know where that one is too. Right here.
Polar bear.
Yay! Polar bear. Okay, let's try some more. Do you know where that one is? Maybe here? Oh. Let's try again.
Reindeer.
Reindeer. Oh, we know where the seal is though, don't we? Right here or here? What one? What one?
Seal.
Seal. Oh, come on. We know the last match, right, boys and girls? We got this.
Arctic fox.
Arctic fox. Yay! We are rocking it. Oh, we have another one. Okay, you ready? Round 2. Oh. We know where this one is, I think.
Walrus.
Walrus. Awesome.
Snowy owl.
Owl.
Arctic hare.
Arctic hare. Okay, we know the last match, right?
Musk ox.
Musk ox.
Good work.
Yay! Oh, Oh my goodness, friends. Well, that concludes our reading and Scholastic news today. And thank you so much for joining me, boys and girls. That was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to play our game. Okay, have a good rest of your day, everybody. Okay.